Right now, there's a huge opportunity to make mad cash in OpenAI's ChatGPT store before anybody else does. Now, do you want to get in on this before everyone else comes running to the table? Do you potentially want to make loads of money off this new GPT store, but you're reluctant for multiple reasons? Well, this is normal. You might be thinking, I have no idea how to create a GPT, let alone come up with a good idea for one. Well, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly the key factors for making a profitable GPT. Plus, you'll learn about a tutorial that will teach you how to build your very own GPT in minutes. Now, a few months ago, OpenAI made a huge announcement and released GPTs to the general public. GPTs are basically special chatbots that are fine-tuned for a particular subject. Say you need a chatbot that is trained specifically for all things investing. There's a chatbot for that. Say if you need a chatbot for finding the best pizza near you. There's a chatbot for that. Say if you need a chatbot that will give you medical advice based on a symptom that you're having. There's a GPT for that. There's basically a chatbot for anything. And they're all trained with data specifically for a particular topic, which is the opposite of ChatGPT's basic and generic chatbot. So if you use one of these GPTs, they're most likely going to give you much better advice than if you're using ChatGPT alone. For instance, a pizza GPT might be trained on a database of all pizza places, pizza ratings, and pizza reviews in the United States. That's something ChatGPT alone isn't trained to do. The kicker is that OpenAI also revealed that GPTs will have their own app store, which will be similar to Apple's App Store. But instead of being filled with iPhone apps, the store will be a directory of customized chatbots or GPTs. OpenAI also hinted that publishers of this app store will be able to make money off their GPT creations. This is a huge deal for a lot of reasons. One is you can become one of the first publishers on OpenAI's new chatbot store. Imagine if you were one of the first people to publish your app on the Apple App Store back when it launched in 2008. Back then and to this day, apps made and make thousands, if not millions of dollars per month. Apps like Angry Birds have sold for $2.5 billion. And crazy apps like Flat Earth Sun, a flat earther app, even makes $10,000 plus a month. The moral of all this is that the earlier you got into the iPhone App Store ecosystem, the more likely you were to make money. Now, the second reason why the OpenAI GPT Store is a big deal is simple. That is, unlike the Apple App Store, you won't need to be a computer programmer to make a GPT. You'll simply need to know basic English and use that in the form of prompts. I mean, if you're literate and can write some simple sentences, you can make your own custom GPT chatbot. It's super simple. It literally takes you a couple of minutes to launch a GPT compared to years and years of learning computer programming to make an iPhone app. Not to mention, you don't need an expensive Mac computer in order to publish your GPT like you would if you were trying to publish an iPhone app. All you need is a basic computer or phone. Heck, even my parents, who don't know how to copy and paste on their own computer, can figure out how to make a GPT. So the point of all this is you should start coming up with an idea for a GPT and learn how to make one ASAP. The reason being, there's potentially lots of money to be made off this new store. And in order to do that, you first need to come up with a great idea for your GPT. Let's get some inspirations from some of the best GPTs currently on the market and find out the key factors on why each of them is so popular. This will give you some ideas and inspirations to create your very own GPT, one that's primed to be profitable. We'll have a link on how to build the GPTs right after these examples. The first popular GPT we're going to be going over is DesignerGPT. It creates and hosts beautiful websites. So what you have to do, it's very simple, is you just type in whatever website you want created here and hit enter. To speed this process up, we're going to say, go with one of the custom ones, design a web page for a bakery, and see what happens. So this DesignerGPT will then output a bakery website for you, and it will create a link. Sometimes the link doesn't work, but then you can copy this one right here. So let's see what this looks like. And there you go. It's a very simple website about a bakery. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty awesome that it can do that with a simple text prompt, and it hosts it for you, which is really cool. Next up, the KopyWriter, a human-like GPT for specialized copywriting tasks. So this is a cool one because it can replace jobs. There's a lot of marketing jobs out there that they'll be a copywriter and all they do all day is write copy and articles to help boost the SEO of a company, for example. And that person might be paid anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000 or even more dollars per year just to do that all day. This job completely replaces them. So if you can think of a GPT that will replace someone at the workplace, you're bound to make some money on the store. So let's get into it. So I put, write me an article on the history of AI. So then it goes on to ask you some more questions about your article. It asks you about your audience, purpose and tone, depth and detail. So I answered those all down here. So then it creates an outline for me of the article. You can review that, which we'll do right now. And I'll say it looks good. And then they create an article for me. So I put in 1,000 words for this article, and that's exactly what it's doing. And it's creating an article about AI and the history based on the questions that I answered to it. Next up, VideoGPT by Veed. This is a pretty incredible one. You can put anything in here as a prompt and it will create a video for you. And it does a pretty dang good job. Create me a video of a family at an amusement park and it will create a video for you. So let's see how this one works. So this one also asks you questions to fine tune the answer it provides for you. So that's another key point in creating a great and profitable GPT is you want to ask your users questions to fine tune the answer that you're going to give them and give them more of an answer that they want. So this one asks about the setting, characters, mood, key moments. I just skipped that for now to make this video faster and hit continue or type in continue. And it created a video for me. And we're going to see what that looks like.
Who needs a roller coaster to feel alive? Not me. But hey, when you're at an amusement park with the fam, you gotta go all in. We screamed our hearts out on that wild ride, laughed till our bellies hurt on the Ferris wheel, and
so that's just a little sample of it, but it's really awesome. You can create a custom video off a simple text prompt. And I'm sure this one's going to be making a lot of money once OpenAI starts paying the developers on the GPT store. Next up, Sticker Whiz. I'll turn your wildest dreams into die-cut stickers. So the differentiator on this one is that you can actually create stickers from a text prompt and have them delivered to you. So it ties into a physical product that will be delivered to its end users. So think about that. If you can come up with a product that you can have users order via a text prompt, you can make money off the GPT store and through the sales of that physical product. So try to brainstorm around that because this is a real winner. So we put in, make me a sticker of a pepperoni pizza. So it outputs a pretty cool and simple pizza sticker right here with pepperoni pizza like we asked it to. And then it will ask you some questions and eventually provide you a link where you can actually order the sticker. Very awesome. Next up, tech support advisor. So my parents can't even copy and paste on their computer. This is the type of tool you want to send to them or your family members or anyone that asks you about computer related projects. And that's one differentiator for this one. It's something that almost everybody needs. Everybody gets asked tech questions from time to time. And instead of trying to diagnose that yourself, you can send them right here and it will do that for you. So I just put in, how do I upload a file from my computer on a website? My parents actually asked me this the other day. Let's see what they say. It just goes on and does exactly what you'd expect. Locate the upload area on the website, click the upload link, and it just takes you through on and on. So it's perfect for any of those pesky tasks or tech questions someone might ask you. Next up, Scruffy's car repair advice. Now this one is cool because when people think of GPTs, they don't think of the outside physical world. They think more technology. Well, this ties to the physical world. So if you have a problem with your car and you don't know what it is, you can simply type it in here. It's going to tell you what they think it is and give you a reasonable cost of what it's going to cost to repair it, which is nice because some people price gouge at auto repair shops. So let's see what it says. My car sputters when I'm driving, please help. And it goes on. I've had this problem myself as well. So it just says various things can cause it and spark plugs can cause that as well. So this can save someone loads and loads of time. You know, if your car starts breaking down and you get a price quote from an auto mechanic and he says it's going to be $3,000, where you could come on here and you might get a more honest answer. So awesome thing. Check this one out if your car breaks down. And finally tonight, Tailorcraft AI. This one actually helps you make GPTs. So what you would do here is you would say start agent, and it's going to start helping you and ask you questions about what GPT you want to make, and it's going to lead you through the process. So this is like a tutorial that will help you get started with your GPT. And finally, you're going to need to know how to build a GPT, which is very easy to do. We created a tutorial video on how to do just that. And you can find it under this channel. The title is Building ChatGPT is a Simple How-To Guide. You'll be able to build a GPT in no time. Thanks as always for tuning in. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and also my email newsletter at fry-ai.com/subscribe. This is Ryan signing out. Have a great night. Take care.